In regards to this video, I can understand that they're learning from each other because communication is key within a relationship. So it's not surprising that they're learning how to communicate with each other. I'm really surprised that the bar is actually that low, but I mean, I digress. Don't know. Don't even really. That's all I got.
Andrea, can a man regulate your emotions? I think that'd be an interesting question to ask you.
No, I think regulating your emotions has a lot to do with self discipline and understanding what your triggers are and understanding how to work with yourself enough to
But
not
what if
allow.
you don't understand them?
Hold
Can
on,
a
you
man?
let her finish, Lego. Go ahead, Andre.
All I'm saying is that if you're in a relationship and you guys are communicating, it's not surprising that you would get to learn how to communicate with one another. Um,
So the answer is yes.
yes, what? What do you want me to say yes to?
Can a man regulate your emotions? Is the question.
No, no, I don't think that. I think that that's something that you have to be self disciplined about. That's it's
But
something
if
that you.
you inadvertently flip out because of whatever reason, you got triggered by something he said or whatever, you don't think he has, or you've been around a man that had the ability to calm you down, hold you, whatever he did, and he regulated your emotions. Never.
No, I think that that's possible. Someone can help aid me and calm me down,
So
but
a
all
man can regulate your emotions.
I'm like, I can choose.
I think she's referring to responsibility more so than anything, Mr.
No, I
Lego.
was just asking a question because I was just wondering, has a man ever did that with her? I just want to know with her in particular because she be
I
all
mean,
over the
yeah,
place.
you're
I can
talking.
imagine somebody being in a room like, "Yo, I need you to calm down." You know, just wondering.
I just want to add that you absolutely can regulate people's emotions. Specifically, it doesn't have to be positive. So if you can cause somebody to get triggered or angry at you, that's actually regulating the emotions in a negative manner. So the same way you can elicit a negative response, you can elicit a positive response.
There you go. Go ahead, Casey.
I'm gonna let my bro have this one. Marcus, there's nothing else for me to say. He said it all. I
Uh,
agree. In the line, there's really nothing else for me to say on that.
okay. Go ahead, Trey.
So I definitely agree that a man can absolutely help to regulate a woman's emotions, and he should, right? We're supposed to learn from each other, and a man is supposed to lead. As a good leader, you're going to have to do that. So I think one of the main problems that people have with their emotions is just how not understanding how they're going to be received, right? We have our own thought process and we say things, but we don't ever take the time to realize how that person that you're speaking to is going to receive it. What are they going to get from your message, right? And not many of us are effective communicators. So that's something that he can absolutely help her to work on. And of course, he would have to be careful in his own delivery with how he does it. Just like that video, I didn't see that coming with the second video you did. Yeah, that could devastate somebody. So there's other ways of working a situation like that. If he would have just said, all right, you know what? Hey, I wanted us to try something different, right? There's so many different remedies, but when you deliver something that harsh, right? Even though that was a skit, like you could kind of tell, like, damn, that hurt, right? You're going to second guess yourself. Now you're going to be extremely insecure about that. Who knows how long that's going to outlast. Now, one important component to that is the woman would have to actually be able to receive it herself, right? So are you able to take this from me? Can I give you a message without you being offended? Are you ready to listen? Are you in a position where you even think that you can learn from me? And that's one of the major issues. And a lot of us as men don't even know how to address women sometimes, right? I know Clazabati mentioned earlier that sometimes men might be afraid of the emotions, right? And I think that there's some truth to that. We can be afraid of the emotions if we're not used to dealing with that. So a lot of us would just retreat or just avoid the situation entirely just because we don't want to deal with the fallout of us speaking our mind. because you might be fearful of what she's going to do and what position you'll be in after you say what it is that you want to say. So sometimes you'll just deal with the dysfunctional situation because you don't necessarily want drama in that immediate moment. And that's unhealthy because you're going to have a vicious cycle of people not communicating with each other because they are worried about what their partner is going to think. So it's you're doomed at that point if you can't communicate with each other. So it can start there, and hopefully if you're able to help her regulate that, it'll help her in her personal life, her professional life, and she'll be able to take some of these things and apply them to her other endeavors. So I'll leave it there for now.
All right. Go ahead, Jasmine.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like if you're, I mean, I think I am a very emotional person, so it could be easy for me to get out of pocket if need be. But I was never really in that situation. I was more so of a conflict avoidant person, and also like just a really like nice, easygoing person. So I never really had that issue. But when it came down to actually being introduced to conflict, I didn't know how to handle it. So my most recent partner had to express to me like, hey, you don't have to react like that, like because I'm saying this thing, or you don't have to, snap off just because you feel this way or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't really know what to do. Like, I don't know how to handle this. So he did help me guide me into, okay, how to handle it better. But also on the flip side, like Marcus was saying, you can do it the wrong way too. So because he's an overly passionate person and he's loud and all these different things, the delivery was off. So now it's causing a lot of back and forth and we're arguing in that space. So it's like, I get the message of where he could have been actually leading me into a better space, but actually led me into a more negative space, which caused us to split because I'm looking at you like, oh, you're bringing out the worst in me. You're making me a more angry person when I know I'm not an angry person. So, but really he was just like, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you learn how to, deal with your emotions, but I don't know how to do it properly because I wasn't taught properly. So he don't even know how to do it. So you're not the person to really help someone in that situation for both to, I don't know. It would have been easier if I was dealing with, like, I don't know, the girl in the video, it looks like her dude or whatever. He seemed like one of those super high emotional intelligence guys that's like, oh, you're so nice. They just talk so soft and gentle and stuff like that. Those podcast guys. But I don't know. I'm just saying, but I don't know. But it probably would be easier dealing with somebody like that, a little more patient, a little more soft-spoken, and a little more easygoing versus somebody that's high energy, like a Mr. LetGo. He probably gonna be like, sit down, shut up, like that type of vibe. Like that ain't the way to get through to me. It's not gonna work.
I wanted to say something because that was funny because some men, believe that the whole, submit to your man is this and that. And then some women are submissive by nature and will just, be meek or, just very like passive about it. And then some women, like myself, it's all about the delivery because I don't want you to tell me to sit your ass down. You could say, baby, go ahead and just go sit down right now, something. And then I will go sit down. But you tell me to sit my ass down. Yeah, I'm gonna have some issues with that, and I'm not gonna flex in front of your friends and family. I'm gonna give you a look, but you best believe that when we leave, it's gonna be some words, So, oh, Casey, what's up? Why are you smiling? Oh,
have y'all noticed?
No, the way you said that, I'm not gonna flex in front of your friends and family.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I was taught better than that. I'm not gonna do that because that's rude and that's not cool. But when we get in that car, it's on and popping.